Hey everyone, Alice here with the weekly sneak peek reading. So let's just talk about this week for a little bit. It is a full moon week on Tuesday morning, night. So technically, it's kind of Monday night, Monday into Tuesday night. That's the full moon. Full moon in Sagittarius. Full moons in Sagittarius, it's like the sort of peak time. Full moons are about completion, completion of cycles, ending things, finishing things, accomplishing things. With Sagittarius, the moon in Sagittarius, this can make people feel more adventurous, feel more spontaneous, make you feel like you want to try things out, feeling like you want to experiment with things here. Just be careful that you might feel like you want to do a little excess, especially, if you're hanging out with friends. It can make you feel like you want to be more social and make you feel possibly like, I can have another drink or two or three. So just be a little cautious about drinking too much. There is energy for that, definitely, especially, summertime, and a lot of places in North America, Northern Hemisphere, getting into sort of that summer groove here. All right, so what's happening this week energetically? And when I say energetically, this is what is, where the planets are sort of aligning and the energy that's around us. So it's not really like, it's not a horoscope. I forgot what they're called. It's not like a horoscope. I like to think of it more as sort of like an astrological forecast, like how the weather man or woman, whatever person tells you what the weather is going to be like based on, where they see the winds are blowing and, the currents, the air currents, and the warm and the cold and all that, so they can kind of sort of predict what the weather may be like. That's what I feel like this is. It's kind of like, what are the energies that may be around you and how that might affect not just you, but the people around you as well. Now, I'm not an astrologist at all. I just kind of go off from sources that I trust and what I think is like relevant, especially to the readings that I'm doing and the energy that I'm pulling here. And this week is fucking relevant. This week is like, there's so much like, I think it has a lot to do with the moon starting off in Sagittarius here. It's like, and with the full moon, there's a lot of social activity here. So apparently, and I say apparently because I'm not an astrologer, so I'm just like relaying information to you. So Monday, the start of this week, is kind of going to be bringing in this energy of socializing that's going to last pretty much most of the summer, to be honest. So if this summer, for some reason, even if you're not the most social person, if you just kind of are feeling like, I want to be more social this summer, it's not just you, it's in the energy. I feel like a lot of people this summer are going to want to just be more social. I mean, you can say logically, yeah, because for the past few years and the past few summers, a lot of people haven't been able to travel. There's a lot of traveling going on as well. And I've noticed that, just in general. I live in Canada, in Toronto, and Pearson International Airport is like now being infamous for having a lot of delays because the demand is high for people to travel. Yes, that's happening because of circumstances, but it's also in the energy. So I'm like, I can't really deny that because I don't really believe in coincidences. So things like that are happening. It's like, oh yeah, that makes total sense to me, not just in a logical way, but in an energetic way as well. People want to get out there, they want to socialize, they want to travel, they want to broaden their horizons. So I feel like the energy is here that's going to last for like several weeks. So if you just feel you want to get out more, you want to like see people more, just talking and hanging out with your existing friends and family and just wanting to like have more friends, like expanding your social circle, that's in the energy. and it's starting on Monday. So don't kind of be surprised if that's going on here. Tuesday, like I said, that's where the full moon is. Just be careful. There is energy there that you may overindulge a little bit into Tuesday here. So just be kind of cautious of that. There is energy here that you may want to. You may feel a little hungover in more ways than one, even just energetically. So you might want to slow down a bit on Tuesday. Take things a little easy. Don't push yourself too hard, like at work or anything like that on Tuesday. Wednesday, there can be some weird, like passive aggressive energy, especially when it has to do with things like at work or like people that you're working with, working on something, whether it's a project or you're just doing something together. It's mostly because, like I say work, because a lot of the energy here is because everybody wants to get out and do something fun, right? It's nice out. If it's nice out, but there's just sort of this antsy energy of like, I don't want to be doing work. I want to be going out and having fun. And that can just make people kind of snappy at each other. It's like, I don't want to do this. Like, I'd rather do something else than this. It's because of that energy that's starting on Monday of wanting to socialize. And when you're trapped inside or trapped doing work and you're like, I wish I was doing something else other than this. I want to have fun. And it just creates a little grumpiness here, a little bit of a grumpy atmosphere. So that's about midweek, the energy there. Let's see what's going on. Thursday kind of smooths things over a bit more, so there's less of that grumpy energy here. And if anybody's feelings got hurt from the day before, that's going to kind of be smoothed over a bit. You're probably just going to forget about it. If somebody snapped at you or said something, or you snapped at them, bygones will be bygones by then. And then Friday, near the end of the week, it's picking up again. The energy is going to pick up again, to the point that, you or people around you might feel a little bit overwhelmed about how fast the energy is coming in here, because it's almost like blink and you'll miss it kind of thing. This sort of, feel good type of energy, very positive energy. It's just kind of gonna like blast in on Friday for some reason. Well, I mean, not for some reason, it's there, but like, yeah. So leading into Saturday, there's a bit of a hiccup. Possibly a little more passive aggressive, but more on a social level here, of people trying to be controlling. Perhaps people are trying to control what we or you do on Saturday, and maybe there can be some butting of heads there. Maybe people are getting a little butthurt about that. Possibly being a little like suspicious that there are other motives involved, like, oh, so you want to go here because like you want this or something. I don't know. It's like some weird ego shit happening here. That's kind of like the only sort of like bump here this week here, Saturday. Sunday is a lot better. In fact, the energy on Sunday with Neptune and Venus, they're sextiling. I mean, yes, but this can create a very like romantic atmosphere. So if you want to like have a date night, Sunday would probably be a nice night. Lots of that energy around there. It's a good day to focus on romantic things. Also on Saturday, I want to point out there is a small window of opportunity here. For me in the Eastern time zone, it's like right in the morning. It's like between like 7 and 11. It's like really short, but it's a good opportunity if you want to reach out to somebody or people and like have, like a good conversation with those people, or like build up your relationship with somebody in a positive way. that, you know, those few hours Saturday morning, the energy is there, you know, to kind of back you up in a sense. So yeah, all in all, I feel like this week and moving on to the next few weeks, that energy of being social, of wanting to be more social, of wanting to talk to people, be around people, is there. Even if you're, like I said, even if you're not somebody who normally is very social, it's just that energy is there. So here, I can't wait. What is it exactly? Here, I'll tell you. Oh yeah, it's because Mercury is in Gemini. Mercury is in Gemini, and that's what's making that energy there. And especially for this week with the Sagittarius moon, that's where all this being adventurous and socializing is coming from, mostly. From my understanding, like I said, not an astrologer, but you know, that's just the energy here, and that's kind of, you know, what is driving me, at least for these readings. So we'll get into the readings now. So we're going to go through Aries through Pisces. We're just going to take a sneak peek here, slightly different of what's going on here. I did try it out. The reading makes sense. It's just a little all over the place, but we will make do. Disclaimers. Technically, this reading is timeless. Whenever you find it is when you're meant to find it. There may be a message in here for you, although I do think out of all the readings, aside from like the moon readings, which I will be doing a full moon in Sagittarius reading probably tomorrow, that there, you know, those readings, the moon readings and the weekly readings, I feel are more tied to the time. But you know, whenever you find it, you know, it doesn't matter. There can be a message for you if that's when you found it. But I do think that they are a little bit more time based than the other readings, just because of the energy with the planets and everything, the aspects. I guess they're not really planets. They're not all planets. The moon isn't a planet, but the aspects. Yeah, so there's that. Also keep in mind, these are general readings. They're not personal readings, so not everything is going to resonate and apply to your situation here. Just take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and don't try to force it. I'm so distracted right now because I hear people walking around and talking like outside. It's just super distracting. I'm not even gonna lie. I may pause and wait. This is why I do things late at night when things aren't distracting, but lately I've been doing them during the day, and I'm gonna tell you, my readings that I do during the day are fucking weird because I get distracted halfway through. I don't think I have, like, I'm not diagnosed with any sort of ADHD, but like when I'm like doing energy, it's just, I need to focus on what I'm doing because I don't have a filter on my mouth. Whatever comes into my brain, I say, because I try not to stop myself because there could be something there that I need to get out. So when there are distractions around me, I tend to speak about the distractions, and it just, it sidetracks everything, the entire reading, everything gets sidetracked. And yeah, this is why at night I don't have any distractions to do that. I don't think it's an ADHD thing. It's just I don't have a filter. Normally I would just not mention it. Okay, distractions are gone. I'm sorry. All right, what was I saying? These aren't personal readings. These are general readings. So whatever is clicking for you, whatever makes sense, take that. If it isn't making sense, then it's not for you. It may not be your story. It can be future influence. You'll know. Use your instincts, use your intuition. Here, I'm going through Aries through Pisces, so you can check your sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs. There's maybe if you have a dominant sign, or you just feel drawn to a sign, or you're cross-watching, which I will warn you, I take the side of the sign, so I apologize if you are offended, if you are the person and I say something about you. Apologies. Yeah, I think that's it. If you enjoy these readings or you find them interesting, I do appreciate it if you could like and or subscribe. That does help me do more here with the channel. You'll be notified when I post new readings up, which I try to do frequently. Like I said, I will be posting a full moon in Sagittarius reading probably tomorrow, before the full moon, hopefully. Yeah, so, and I do the weekly and the weekend readings. I try to, at least. Yeah, so greatly appreciated. Let's get into the readings. All right, Capricorn, let's see what's going on for you this week. So I will explain as I go. So we're going to get sort of the main energy here that wants to come out for you this week. And what the situation is going on here for you. Okay, it just flew right out of my hand. Oh, hard on the ground here. Courtship. Okay, these are going to be the surprise cards. Put those away and we'll look at those at the end here. Courtship. You could be dealing with meeting somebody. You could be meeting somebody. This could be somebody new. I don't really know much about the energy here. I feel I was just looking at the card. You know, courtship is about meeting somebody who you have a lot in common with, somebody who's very like-minded, somebody who you get along with, kind of a kindred spirit energy here. So let's see what type of mood you are in when you meet this person. I feel like this is a new meeting. This feels like meeting somebody new. Well, we will see here. We'll get your incoming energy. Oh, growth and hunger. I feel that, okay, so if this might not be the first time you meet this person, this can be somebody like an acquaintance, but this meeting that you meet with, like this time that you meet them, maybe grows your connection with this person, and it kind of leaves you wanting more, to be honest, with this hunger card. So yeah, I feel like this is somebody who maybe you've known before, maybe you've kind of met in passing, or maybe it's a friend of a friend that you really didn't talk much to, but this week it feels like you're meeting this person and that connection between you is growing, and perhaps you're finding out more things that you have in common with each other. You know, like, oh, maybe this person has some of the same interests, some of the same hobbies, some of the same ideals, beliefs as me, and it's leaving you wanting to know more about this person. There's a hunger here. Okay, so let's see the external energies coming towards you. Very likely this person. So what is this person's energy towards you? Haunted past in reverse. Interested in you in reverse. Now these don't mean negatives. When they're in reverse, that's not what that means. I'll go over it. Okay. Come here. Card. Biter. Okay, no, that's not a bad thing. And then we have Peter Pan in reverse. All right. Their energy towards you. I feel that, again, I do feel like this is somebody who you've probably met before, but you didn't really talk much. Maybe you didn't even notice this person the first time you met them. And I feel like this person probably noticed you on some level. And maybe that kind of bothers them a little bit, because maybe now that you're talking to this person, they're probably like, yeah, you didn't really, like, you didn't talk to me before. Now, like, now you're suddenly talking to me. But I do feel like this person has grown up some with Peter Pan in reverse. This person has matured since the last time, possibly since you've talked to them, or at least towards you. Somebody who maybe doesn't act as childish or immature as they did before. So maybe that's something that you talk to this person about. Maybe you're like, you know, maybe you do remember, and you're like, yeah, when I met you, you were like really like immature and stupid or something. And maybe to them that kind of still, you know, weighs on them. That's something that they still kind of think about, that weighs on their mind of, the way I used to act. You know, maybe they haven't really fully gotten away from that yet. Interested in you in reverse. There is an interest. They do have an interest in you, but I feel like they're not being very open about it. They might even be resisting this interest, because it does feel kind of early, like early days kind of thing. So maybe they don't want to reveal too much. They don't want to reveal that they, you know, how much of an interest they have, or, you know, maybe they're not even sure their interest level in you. Like, they're just kind of enjoying what's going on here, you know, getting to know each other. You know, that's the growth here. Like, you're getting to know each other. Their energy is like, you're figuring out this person isn't how they used to act. You know, they're not who they were in the past here. Biter is just, I feel like this is similar energies here. Like, you might be feeling like you want to know more about this person, and this person has a tendency to agree with a lot of things that you say. Oh my gosh, the fucking construction outside. I apologize. It's so fucking loud. Anyways, we'll push through it. It does feel like this person. So like, if you say like, hey, you know, I like such and such. I like cheese. And they're gonna say, oh my god, me too. I like cheese too. And you'll be like, oh, I like coffee, but I like cold brew coffee, and I like it black. And they're like, oh my gosh, me too. I like it too. I don't even know if they do or not, because that's the thing. This is somebody who's just kind of copying. It's a bit of a copying, but it's like they're kind of, whatever you suggest, they're going to go along with it. Or what could happen here is like, maybe they're like, hey, you know, maybe we should, you know, meet up for coffee or something, or maybe we should do something later. And then, you know, maybe they're just like, okay. And then like you talk for a bit, and then later they go, hey, you know, we should like get together and do something later. And you're just kind of like, didn't I say that earlier? And like, they kind of make it, they like bring up ideas, like trying to pass it off as their idea. Maybe they just forget that you brought it up earlier. This can also be somebody, it doesn't even have to be with you. This could just be with other people, that there is a little bit of disingenuous energy here that I don't feel like it's malicious. I just think that it is like they know somebody did this. Like, you know, maybe they suggest like, hey, maybe we should, you know, do this thing, like this activity here, and you think, oh, that's a great idea, that sounds very original or whatever, but it's just something that they saw somewhere else and they're just copying somebody else's idea, or they heard about it from somewhere else or whatever. And they're just, and you know, maybe you might say, wow, that's a really good idea, I would never have thought of that. And they go, yeah, I know. Like, they just take credit for it. They don't even say like, oh, I heard it from this place. It wasn't my idea. They just kind of go with it and pretend like it's theirs. It's not a bad thing. I'm just saying that's here in the energy. So like, when you're craving more of this person, it might be that you're craving more of their so-called original ideas that aren't really that original. It's a bit of a warning, I guess. I mean, not everybody's perfect. I mean, I do feel you get along with this person, but let's see what you and your connection is like here. in the current energies with them. There's a card that's flipped up in here. Okay. Okay, so we have Three of Cups in reverse. Queen of, well, yeah, see, that's that disingenuous vibe. Queen of Wands in reverse, Page of Wands. Curious, very curious about each other. King of Pentacles in reverse. And the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay, so there's something about this connection that, yeah, there's something about this connection that, what the fuck? That doesn't feel right. Like, but I don't know. Like, because we have the Sun in reverse, the Three of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. I don't feel like it's your fault, and I don't feel like it's their fault. There's some sort of heartache here that is being healed. It might be you, Capricorn, and it might be this person. That it can be this person might be getting over a breakup here, and that's, you know, that's not your fault. That's just unfortunate. Or, you know, take it as it resonates. Maybe it's you. Maybe you're still trying to get over a breakup here. And, you know, it's not this person's fault at all. There is that underlying energy here in this connection. I do feel that there is a bit of a disconnect here. The Three of Cups here. This can either be... Now, I feel like this is a bit of a disconnect. I feel like... this is more of a surface level connection at the moment. I don't feel like you go too deep in your feelings here. You know, it's very much like, hey, we just talk about, you know, things that we like, our interests, our hobbies, whatever. I don't feel like you get into like the deep questions here with the Three of Cups here, Queen of Wands again. I feel you both pretend on some level here. Like I said, I already went over this person, how they pretend, but I feel you pretend as well. That you aren't, like, I mean, this just tells me you guys just don't talk about deep personal things, basically. So it's a very surface level. You just talk about, you know, things that you would tell anybody, you know, oh, this is my interest. I like to do these things. This is what I enjoy doing. These are my hobbies. This is what I do for work, you know, very surface level things. You don't go into really deep emotional things in this connection here. Again, with the Page of Wands, there is an attraction here. There is a curiosity here, wanting to kind of know more, especially with the crave, I guess, but the hunger energy here, wanting to kind of explore this connection more. I do feel with the King of Pentacles in reverse, there is a guarded, suspicious energy here from both sides. Like I said, there's somebody here in this connection, or both of you, who are getting over a breakup or something that hurt you. So the King of Pentacles is somebody who's wary, somebody who's suspicious. You know, he has a lot. He has a lot of resources here. And, you know, he's suspicious of people who might be coming to take those resources away from him or take advantage of him in some way. So there is a suspicious energy here. I don't really think it's that big of a deal. This all seems very early days, I'll be honest. Okay, let's see. What is the advice and or guidance here from Spirit for you? Okay, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. We have the Lovers. We have the Three of Cups. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Star in reverse. And then the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, I feel that for you, Capricorn, if you're in a place where, with this Queen of Pentacles, where you're not really taking care of yourself, you know, maybe you don't feel like put together here, you know, Spirit, the advice here is, you know, be a little more open. With the Three of Cups, like I said here, I feels like your connection with this person right now is very surface level. You just talk about your interests, your hobbies, what you do for work, things like that. But the advice here is like, you know, hang out more, share a little bit more about yourself here, you know, be a little bit more personable here, share a little bit more of your emotions. Now, not a lot, you know, this is Three of Cups, like kind of dip your toe into that. You know, that's sort of the main advice here. That it almost feels like, you know, it would make you feel better. Because yeah, we see, yeah, this was a breakup. There was a breakup. Two of Cups in reverse, Three of Swords here. You know, that puts you in isolation here, and that this is why you're all over the place. You know, why you're not kind of taking care of yourself, why you might be a little all over the place here. And the advice here is to kind of, you know, dip your toe into being a little bit more sharing how you feel. Well, we'll give you more opportunities here. There's something in your life that you need to block or cut out here. Be a little bit tough, little tough love here. I'm actually going to clarify this because I don't really know what this is about. I'm going to clarify that right now because that's a little confusing. But what you should embrace, there's a deep connection here. If you feel a deep connection, embrace that. Embrace that energy of the Lovers is about, you know, I like this, you know, I have emotions for whatever this is, this connection. I don't understand why, you know, it shouldn't fit, it shouldn't work, but yet it does. And that's, you know, the energy that Spirit is telling you, you know, you should embrace this, you know, even though you don't really understand this connection or why it feels, you know, right in a way. You know, just kind of go with it. Okay, what's this Queen of Swords about here? How come sometimes I say swords? I don't know. It's only when I'm doing readings. When I talk normally, I say swords. I'm like shield and sword. I say sword. But when I fucking do readings, it comes out swords. I don't even know. I was gonna say something, but I'm not. Okay, tell me more about this Queen of Swords. Temperance, Five of Cups, World in reverse, Four of Cups. So, okay, so the Queen of Swords here, this is what will bring you opportunities if you cut something out. This has to do with something or somebody who is not interested. It's like there's a disinterest here. And it's like, if you're not interested in something, then just leave it. That's what it feels here. If you're not interested in it, leave it, because, you know, it's going to, just leave it, because Temperance here, you know, this is time, this is being patient, and Five of Cups, you know, this is like there's a lot of healing here. You know, if something isn't interesting you, or somebody isn't interested in you, you know, just leave it, because, you know, over time you're just going to get disappointed and you're not going to get any closure here. You know, it's just not going to end it's not going to end well here, and you're just going to repeat a pattern here. So, I mean, that's what I have to say about this. That's where, you know, this is where you're going to get opportunities. If you just cut things out that aren't interesting, that you don't feel, you know, any sort of interest towards, or they don't feel interest towards you. Okay. Over here, what's going to hold you back, you know, if you lose faith here, if you're, you know, in this pessimistic mood, yes, that does seem, that would hold you back here. Also, what you should avoid this stubborn energy. Avoid just not moving forward. Like, I see here this connection, there's growth here and everything, but if you just stop this and you get like afraid or get too cautious here, especially like, you know, there's an interest level here, but with the King of Pentacles here, you know, if this, you know, this is in your energy as well, that if you start to feel too suspicious of what's going on here, and then you like hold everything, like hold what you hold valuable in the air, and you don't move and you don't change and you don't go with the flow here, you know, that you want to avoid that. At least that's what Spirit is saying, avoid that. But the main energy here is like, share a little bit, enjoy the time here, enjoy having a good time. You know, you don't have to, this doesn't have to be a big thing, right? This is just baby steps. Three of cups, this is just really small steps. You know, take small steps here. You know, because if you're still in this, like, you're not really over all of what's happened here, you know, all of this energy here, you're not really over it. So, you know, just have a good time, enjoy yourself. This doesn't have to be anything more than what it is. You know, I feel like I don't feel like a romantic sense here. It just feels like somebody who you get along with. I mean, it can be romantic, it could turn romantically, but it just feels like somebody, you know, to talk to, a new connection here. All right, so let's get into the surprise cards. So this is something unexpected that may happen in the near future. So we've got gift, that's always good, it's positive. Oh, coffin, that's not always positive. And then bad health. Oh, okay. I don't like this, because I'm going to tell you what this is. What immediately what comes to mind here, and what I feel is, from a bad situation, it's like a blessing in disguise. That's what it feels like. Something that has been ending, something that has been a slow and painful ending here. It's almost like there is a silver lining to it. You know, this is a blessing in disguise. You are getting a gift from something that you've been trying to heal from. These two here, the coffin and bad health, this is something that has been ending, that has been on the trajectory of ending here, and you've been healing. You know, you've been resting here, and it's almost like this, what has happened here, the rest that you're getting here is, you know, it's a gift, you know. Or it could also be that because something ended here, somebody is offering you something here that will help you to heal. That probably makes a lot more sense. Okay. All right. That's your reading. Capricorn, I'm going to die. Speaking of coffin and bad health. Jeez. Okay. That's your reading for the week, Capricorn. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Good luck this week. Take care. And I will talk to you later. Bye.